So Desiree, did you meet your goal this week?
I did. My goal was 4 pounds, and I lost 4.2 pounds in my
Amazing.
week. So,
Amazing. Awesome.
So what's my goal for this week, Jared?
Okay, so
All right, come on.
let's keep it at the same. Okay.
4
Let's
pounds?
keep it at 4 pounds that we're going to lose this
So,
week as well.
4 pounds, so I need to be
Okay,
at 229.6.
Yeah, and
So
we're
that'll
more
put me
concerned
into
with
the 220s.
Yeah, we want to build the habits. And all right, so walk us through your meals, Desiree.
For today.
Mm-hmm.
Today's an on day.
Okay.
So I had my shake in the morning, and then I had eggs
Mm-hmm.
and a grapefruit. This is quinoa, which I have in these. So I have my quinoa that I prepared at home. I actually got this recipe from a salad joint, but they charge $10, and I can make for $10. I can make it for a whole week, so it's more cost effective.
Right.
And then inside here, I've got the garbanzo beans, and I sliced up half of a tomato. And
How long did this take you to prepare?
the quinoa took about 20 minutes.
Right.
And these were just canned garbanzo beans. So
Okay.
I just opened the can, drained them, rinsed them, and then the tomatoes. And then
Yes.
this is my avocado. And then this is my my dressing, which basically just has white vinegar, balsamic white vinegar, olive pieces of olive, and cilantro and olive oil.
Okay.
Yep. And that's it.
Good.
So
it's tasty,
that'll be my lunch.
You're
That's
satiated.
I love it, and I'm full
Okay.
when I eat it.
Right. So you're not starving yourself.
Not at all.
And you still get to look forward to all the foods that you want during the week, right? With the off days.
Right, with the off days.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And then this is gonna be this will be like my 3:30, 4 o'clock meal, and all this is black beans with tilapia. And I find the beans to be very bland, so I add a little garlic powder and cumin to the beans, even
Okay.
though they're probably already seasoned.
Yeah.
They're just not seasoned enough.
Good. Yeah,
So
you
I
can
add a
season
little-
anything with your chicken, steak, fish,
Right.
you know.
So and that's
how
what
you
I
like
do.
it.
So and on the tilapia, I just season it with garlic powder and
Mhm.
onion powder, and I feel good with that. And then I have a protein shake in here in case I have an emergency and I'm hungry or I work later than I intend to. And then I have my Quest bar, which I will have around 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere
Okay.
around there. I'll have this.
Right. So you're not going hungry,
Not at all.
and basically the only real restriction that we have is don't eat until you're stuffed, right?
Right. Just eat until you're satisfied.
Satisfied, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we don't count calories. We're not portion controlling, so it's pretty easy because, like I said, we want to build the habits, and we have a series of habits that are different from what we need to do to be able to reach your goal.
Right.
And so we got to build these, and a lot of times we get an emotional charge to get on a diet, and we say that's it, right? But what happens after a couple weeks, that emotion fades, and then what's left are the habits, and we often fall back into the routine. So now we're building them up slowly. So we're doing the on-off, and then we're progressing upward so that it's more regimented as we're going along, right? So the most difficult thing that you have in terms of being able to stay disciplined with it, because you're pretty disciplined with everything so far. The only other thing is eating every 2.5 hours, like clockwork, right? So you find that you're actually full, right?
Yeah, I sometimes have a hard time getting all
Okay.
my meals in because I'm really not hungry, and so but I know I need to eat something, so I'll eat almonds.
Right.
That's usually what I'll give myself, or a pack of tuna.
Mm-hmm.
If I just need something to go into my stomach, very small. The pack of tuna is only 2 ounces,
Yes.
so it's 2 ounces of tuna, and it's got 18 grams of protein. So it's very small, but it's packed with protein.
Right.
So I'll eat that if I get really, if I know I need to eat something.
Mhm.
If I'm here at work, I do have 2 packs of emergency tuna that I have here in the office, because sometimes I have to work late if I need to handle
Yes.
a situation.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I don't
of
have
course.
time to go home, and I gotta eat.
Mm-hmm.
So my only other option is either to not eat or order something that's delivery, and
Right.
I know I can't eat that.
Right, which probably
And I'm
is-
spending the
on
money I
off
don't
days you
need.
can.
Right,
Right.
but on the
On the
on
on
days. And then I'm spending
Yes.
money I don't need to be spending.
Right.
That's why, for me, I really take my Saturdays and Sundays and I
Mhm.
plan my meals out for the week.
Right. Okay.
Everything's
Great.
planned out.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, with the habits, we're waiting for the blood sugar to sort of signal us to eat. That's what's going on for a long time. And now we've got to change that whole dynamic that's going on inside so that we can change the hormonal environment and the response so that it's basically less estrogen dominant and less catabolic hormones and more anabolic hormones that actually use your body as fuel as opposed to storing, right? So we do that by stabilizing the blood sugar levels. That's why it's so important to eat every few hours. If not, basically we wait for the blood sugar crash and then we spike them up again. And what happens is your body is a survival mechanism. So it doesn't care how you look in the mirror, right? But what it cares about is, okay, if I am going a long period of time without eating, I'm going to store this, right? I'm going to store this food right now because I must need it. That means that there's food not readily available.
Right.
But if you trick your body to thinking that we have food on autopilot, it's basically in abundance, well, then your brain is sort of sending off a different signal that says maybe it's a better survival mechanism to be lean because food is abundant, right? And now we can move faster. Right? Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why we just need to change the habits, and then we get that in line.
But it's a hard habit to change. You know, for 40 years you've been taught to eat, you know, or don't eat unless you're hungry.
Okay,
and you don't
so
eat,
good.
You know, so.
Right. Okay. So this is good though, because now we understand where the hot button issue is. Right. So let me tell you a story.
Within 30 days of me working with Jarrett, he helped me start my own company, become a better father, a better man, and correct flaws in my own character that had been existing for years.